Hello and welcome back to my little corner of the interweb. I'm Classmatic here with a first for this channel. I've never done an unboxing video before, but I just got this Rane One in the mail and I want to give y'all like my thoughts on it. So let's go. If you've been on YouTube at all looking at this thing, you've heard the phrase, this is a turntableless controller. And I absolutely love that phrase because it's just true. It's a 2-channel battle style mixer with 7.2-inch moving platters. It's lightweight, which is super important. It's been compared to things like the NS7 before, but this is completely different. I had the first NS7. I bought it used on GuitarCenter.com. That was like the first controller I bought with like my money. And I was watching like a lot of DJ TLM videos at the time, trying to learn how to scratch. And well, I bought it used because it came with the case also. Whoever sold it to Guitar Center gave me the case. And when it got there, it was on my door, it said Team Lift. Yeah, like the big yellow sticker that said Team Lift. You need 2 people to pick this thing up or you might hurt yourself. Yeah, that thing was like 78 pounds with the case. This Rane One is so light. It's probably somewhere here on the website, but that's not important right now. But yeah, it is so light. I can pick this thing up with one hand. Rane one hand with the case. That is a remarkable feat. I've heard a lot of people complaining, or not even, I wouldn't say complaining. I've heard a lot of people mentioning the fact that this doesn't have a dedicated like effects channel, or hardware effects. Excuse me. I've heard a lot of people complaining that this doesn't have hardware effects like the 72 and the 70. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. Because that's new for Rane. They've always done that one, at least to my recollection. Rane has always done the software effects because of Serato Video, or later or earlier version with SL Video when they were still supporting Scratch Live. And it's because the effects double when you're video mixing. Now, would it have been nice? I'm sure they could have put it in there like they did in the 72, but that probably would have just made this a lot more expensive. Probably closer to like $2,000. We probably would be paying SZ prices for this. So I kind of understand Rane on that front. And when it got here to fit in the case, I did have to take the feet off of it because it was the laptop tray. When it slid down, it was clacking on this thing. I don't know the exact terminology for whatever the pin in the platter is right there at the top. It just kept knocking. So I wasn't gonna buy a new case just for this. So got one of these. Oop, that was a battery. Got one of these. Regular, I don't know what size is this. I don't be checking the size of the screwdrivers and screws. I just be, if it works, it works. Haven't stripped one yet. It's about the foam in the bottom of the case is about like the size, just maybe a little lower than this. I had my SX in there before, but I sold it earlier or last year, and I needed the space. Didn't have it in the spot I was living in. Didn't have the space for everything I needed in that. Wow, well, let me try that again in English. I didn't have the space in the place I was living before for everything, so we had to make some choices. And it was, I don't want to say lacking in functionality, but it wasn't what I wanted. Like when I'm DJing, I like to have fun. I like to cut and scratch, and not to say that you can't do those things on an SX or a controller. It's not as fun. The feeling is different, and it really wasn't for me. I bought the SX for mobile gigs last year. Obvious reasons, there was no mobile gigs. So I used it to stream a little bit. It was fun. It was nice because of the sound card in there. It doubled as like an audio interface. I could like use the audio coming straight from like the mixer. But other than that, it was I'm having a lot more fun with this thing. So that's that. I did also have to shave down the front of like the case. I'll put that in after. I get that on my iPhone. Little corner of it to make sure like this thing, I think this is the mic gain over here. It was touching a little bit, and I didn't want the foam to like push it in or break the knob, so I just shaved it down in the case a little bit. No big deal. If you already have a case for a controller that's about the SX size, it's like 23-ish inches, 24 inches, this should be fine if you just take the feet off the bottom. And like I said before, it should have the foam underneath, so you're not gonna need this for the clearance. Now if you want to take it out or something else, you may need this because it looks like there's some vents underneath. I'm not too sure what those are for, but nothing's covered under there, so they're not covered under there, so I'm good. But I don't know if you put this on a table if it will have the same effect. Some things that like threw me off a little bit in the box was there was this like little green tube of I guess what I now know as crossfader oil, and well, I was like, I don't want to say I don't need it, but every time like when I oiled the crossfader in my 57, I just used good old-fashioned coconut oil. Good old-fashioned coconut oil. Good for your skin, good for your faders. Yeah, I would just take a little on the Q-tip and just right on the rails. The reason I got this was because I had a 57 and a pair of 2 CDJs in a coffin like right next to my desk, and yes, Scratch Live still works, even although it is unsupported. But I needed something smaller, more compact, less wires, a little cleaner, and I just wanted it. If there was one thing I would change, I would maybe make the platters a little tighter, like the actual like tension of it, like the way it feels. Or maybe that could just be a motor thing. I don't know. I've been playing with it a little bit, not I've been playing with it a little bit. Nothing too crazy just yet. I got some videos. I'm cooking up some routines I'm working on, but yeah, I'm just having fun with this right now. Probably gonna do some streams soon. Where is it? I've got my Game Capture HD right here. Obviously, well, Focusrite underneath here. Maybe I'll do like maybe I should do like a computer setup video. A little PSA, a little tech PSA to everybody. You don't need the latest and greatest and everything, because aside from like this and my MK3, all my like computer stuff is old, in computer years at least, but it still works, tried and true. Yeah, that's all I really got for you right now on the Rane One. It's a great controller. If I'm nitpicking, then I would make the platters a little tighter, but other than that, it's great. I love it. You're gonna have to update Serato DJ Pro to, I think, was it like 2.55, something like that, for it to recognize. But other than that, you should be straight. It's yeah. All right, yeah, I'm ending this video. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go play with this Rane One. Pause, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, bell notification, all that good YouTube jazz. It really helps out my channel. Really helps me out on the algorithms, you know. And we out of here. Ciao.